Hello everyone, it's Theme Park Avenue, I'm Eric, and while I mostly discuss parks in the US in this channel, there's one European park I've been to, and that is Tivoli Gardens in Denmark, and it is one of my favorite theme parks ever. Great theming, great food, great layout, lots to do, and a fantastic ride collection. However, it's very difficult to rank the top 10 rides here. At Cedar Fair and Six Flags parks, it's mostly roller coasters in the top. At Disney and Universal, it's mostly dark rides. Tivoli Gardens has a great mix of roller coasters, thrill rides, and dark rides. Before I get to the ranking, I ask that you subscribe to the channel. I will appreciate your support if you do so. Thank you in advance, but now, let's get to the ranking. Before the top 10, I'm giving an honorable mention to Mine. The Mine is the English name for the ride, and I will be using English names in this list. It's a really fun dark ride, it's a water ride, really cool theming with this large dragon statue. It's very enjoyable. It's calm, but also very fun. It's just a really great ride. There's plenty of great rides at Tivoli Gardens that did not make the top 10, such as the Mine. It's just a really great park with a lot of great rides, but the Mine definitely deserved a mention on this list. For number 10, we actually have a tie between the Starflyer and the Monsoon, so this really is honestly a top 12 list, but the Starflyer is a really fun Starflyer ride. Takes you really high up, something like 300 feet or so. It's incredibly tall, moves pretty fast, it's honestly quite frightening for those who are afraid of heights, and it offers really beautiful views of Copenhagen, which is a very beautiful city. And Monsoon is a little more unique, maybe not quite as thrilling, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it's actually a really good ride. It's above water, which is cool, the color scheme is really nice and beautiful, and it's a really enjoyable ride. Both are really fantastic, and they're definitely great flat rides in this park. Number 9 is Fata Morgana. This one is a pretty new ride, and it's a really interesting layout. It spins you around, takes you up, really beautifully themed. Not quite as thrilling as the number 10 ones, but a lot more beautiful and unique, and I think the uniqueness is really what gives it an edge. Really great ride. Definitely deserves some more credit. It's a really, really interesting experience. Number 8 is the Golden Tower. This one is a really fun drop tower that launches you upward and then drops you down. Pretty well themed. It's a really beautiful tower, honestly. Nice to look at, thrilling ride. It's definitely more thrilling than the other ones below this, and that's what gives it an edge. It's not quite as unique a ride experience as there are plenty of rides like this, but it is a really nice ride. Thrilling and fun for the whole family. Number 7 is the Milky Way Express. When I went, it was called the Odin Express, and it was much more intense and fast from my understanding, though also it was a bit more rough. I'm not sure if the ranking would change, but I'm basing this one off of the Odin Express. They are essentially the same ride, Mack-powered coasters, both really great, and I'm sure this one is a fantastic ride, but I really liked Odin Express. It was fast, intense, went through the circuit 3 times, really, really great roller coaster, underrated. Number 6 is the Flying Trunk. This one is a fun dark ride where you sit in a trunk and get to see a bunch of Hans Christian Andersen stories told through animatronics, and a really great voice that speaks both English and Danish. This is one of the greatest dark rides I've ever been on. Its budget is not as high as that of a Disney or Universal dark ride, but it's better than most of those. The animatronics are well used and fun, the designs are great, and the ride layout is really unique and amazing, and it is beyond charming. It is a ride that'll really have you smile the whole way through. Adults and children will both absolutely love this ride. It's a really amazing dark ride, and it ranks above a lot of the great thrilling rides at Tivoli Gardens because it's just that fun. An absolute must if you go to the park. Lines are not very long from my experience. It's a really, really great ride. Number 5 is Tic Tac, which by the way is themed to a clock, not a breath mint. This one is kind of like Zero Gravity at Galaxyland or Brain Surge at Nick Universe. It spins you around in many different directions, it's fast, it's a really great thrill ride. I love this kind of flat ride, it's one of the best honestly. It's a really great ride, well themed, very nice to look at, very thrilling to ride. Definitely one of the best rides at Tivoli Gardens, and one of the best flat rides out there. Number 4 is Aquila. This is the second best plane themed ride in the park. It is a really awesome flat ride, spins you around in many different directions, really, really great. I think a similar model came to Six Flags Fiesta Texas recently, so that's good. This model is really fun, thrilling, just plain awesome. Definitely a must-do in the park, and one of my favorite flat rides ever. Really, really great ride. Entering the top 3, number 3 is the roller coaster. Over 100 years old, this wooden coaster is surprisingly smooth. The theming is great. You go through a mountain, plenty of cool animal statues, not animatronics, but nothing wrong with that. A person has to sit in the car to operate the ride. The airtime is surprisingly great. This is a really great underrated roller coaster, genuinely an awesome ride. One of my favorite wooden coasters out there. Underrated, definitely worthy of riding, especially if you go to this park. Number 2 is the Demon, a B&M floorless coaster that is super underrated. I think it's one of the better B&M floorless coasters, honestly. The build-up for the first drop is really cool. The inversions are really great. I did not think it was a very rough ride at all. It's fairly intense, especially for B&M floorless coasters, and the theming and venue are absolutely beautiful. The area around it is just a really nice area. Walking around this ride is really cool. It does have some of the longer lines in the park, honestly, but it's a really underrated B&M floorless. I'd say it's not too far from Kraken level, though Kraken's much larger layout does mean it's better. But this is my favorite roller coaster in the park. I love the roller coaster too, but this one's just a lot more intense. And while theming, I give a slight edge to roller coaster. Demon is a great ride overall, and my number 2 in the park. That said, number 1 is definitely a landslide for this list. And that number 1 is Vertigo. Vertigo is probably a top 10 theme park ride ever anywhere, period. It is a flat ride that spins in about 5 different directions. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it actually goes over 40 miles per hour while you're spinning in these loops. It is insane, really intense, genuinely scary ride, really cool to look at. It's just the best by far. If you are not a thrill seeker, you will not enjoy this ride. But for those like me who really enjoy a thrilling coaster or a thrilling ride of any sort, this is by far the best. It's better than all the roller coasters, the dark rides, and easily one of my favorite theme park rides anywhere. It's really just that amazing, and it's one of the reasons why Tivoli Gardens is one of my favorite theme parks ever. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below your favorite rides at Tivoli Gardens, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content. I'll see you next time.